Erev Shabbos. Firstly, I want to express my deep, heartfelt appreciation for the hundreds of you who wrote to me wishing me refuah shalema and davening for me. Baruch Hashem, the vast majority of symptoms are gone. I'm still suffering from headaches, but nowhere near as intense as they were in the beginning of the week. So Chazdei Hashem, I'm pleased to inform you all that your tefillos have worked, and La'at, Baruch Hashem, I started taking Hatzalah calls again, and I've been restored to my strength. I apologize for the short message this week, but we're in the midst of the Ramat Beit Shemesh, Hatzalah Beit Shemesh Hatzalathon, together with the rest of the Hatzalahs in the world, and that occupies my time, trying to help the life-saving work of Hatzalah Beit Shemesh. I will send a link, so anybody who'd like to be mishtatef, feel free to do so. This week's parsha has the answer to probably one of the most prevalent questions that we have around my Shabbos table when we host some of the myriads of students, mostly college students, some of them graduate students, who come through the various programs, whether it be Ma'or, whether it be Aish, whether it be many of the different programs from the various yeshivas. And one of the most prevalent questions that comes up is, where was HaKadosh Baruch Hu, where was God during the Holocaust? And that question opens a Pandora's box in most situations and leads to a whole host of other questions. For example, well, why didn't God show Rachmanis on the children? Why were there 1 million children killed? And I always have the answer that I remember as a little child seeing the billboards and even seeing, yes, on television, not that we had one at home, but yes, I did see on television the commercials, and somehow this commercial made a particular roshim in my mind's eye. The commercial was of a very old little Italian lady standing over a big stove with a wooden stick in her hand, mixing a pot, and it was a pot of spaghetti sauce. And the commercial was very simple. All she did was say, "It's in there. It's in there." She would take her finger, put it to the pot, taste the spaghetti sauce, and say, "It's in there." Now, that was a commercial for ragu spaghetti sauce. But I think it answers the question to this week's parsha. In this week's parsha of where was HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the Holocaust and why the children v'chulu. So first of all, I want to begin by saying that the pasuk says, V'im lo yishmeru li, which is the beginning of the Teichacha. So we have the beginning of the parsha, which is Im b'chu kosai telechu, and you have all the brachas. But the Rebbeinu Shalom, in his blueprint for life for the Jewish people and the world, informs us that there's another side to that sword. The other side is, V'im lo yishmeru li, if you don't listen to my commandments, the entire calamities that were prevalent during, for example, the Holocaust, the Tachvatat, the Inquisition, all the tragedies that Klal Yisrael have been through are expressed very blatantly, clearly, and in simple, plain, readable English and in English Chumash of the promise from HaKadosh Baruch Hu that V'im lo yishmeru, there is a consequence. And that's the answer. The answer is, as the ragu spaghetti commercial old lady Italian said, it's in there. It's in there. It's in this week's parsha. The answers are there. Just to end on a positive note, I'd like to share with you that just before the Torah begins, the pasuk says, "V'alachti b'soichechem." HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, "And I will go within amongst you. I will be within Klal Yisrael. V'yisi lachem lo'ihim, and I will be to you as I HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'atem tu li la'am, and you will be to me as a people." What a powerful message for each and every one of us. Before HaKadosh Baruch Hu demands of us, or asks of us, or requires of us to be His nation, first HaKadosh Baruch Hu steps forward with the right foot, saying, "Vayisi lachem l'leikim," and I will be to you as a HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Think about the Father and the Son. First, the Father tells the Son, "I will be your Father. I will take care of you. You have me to lean on. I'll be there for you at every minute of the day and night." And then the expectation is, "And you will be my son." May we all be banim lamakom. May we all understand that we have an achrayus klape our Rebbeinu Shalom to be bonim l'Hashem and to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with all our might, all our fight. Yes, the Yetzer Hara is there. We all have the Yetzer Hara. We have to overcome it and bring nachas ruach to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and as the parsha ends, chazak chazak v'nischazek. Let's all be machazek ourselves and have a wonderful summer. Kol tov, good Shabbos.